Good evening, everyone. It is June 20th, 2019. One of the reasons it's so hard to wake people up is people have been kept in their caves their whole lives, and they have no idea what the world actually looks like. I like reading old, Plato stuff, Sumerian stuff. I like the parables in the Bible. I like stuff like that. And so I'm going to talk to you about these caves. The Allegory of the Cave by Plato, summary and meaning. And so many people out there are stuck in their own cave, their own compartment, and have no idea how good other things could be. They have no idea how bad some things could be because they're stuck staring at the shadows on the wall. Okay, so the allegory of the cave is a theory put forward by Plato, and it has to do with human perception. He claimed that knowledge gained through the senses is no more than opinion, and that in order to have real knowledge, we must gain it through philosophical reasoning, or gain it through logic, which reasoning is very similar. The Allegory of the Cave by Plato. In the Allegory of the Cave, Plato distinguishes between people who mistake sensory knowledge for the truth and people who really do see the truth. It goes like this. The cave. Imagine a cave where there are 3 prisoners. The prisoners are tied to some rocks. Their arms and legs are bound, and their head is tied so that they cannot look at anything but the stone wall in front of them. These prisoners have been here since birth and have never seen outside the cave. Behind the prisoner is a fire, and between them is a raised walkway. People outside the cave walk along this walkway carrying things on their head, including animals, plants, wood, and stone. The shadows. Now, they have no idea about any of this stuff. They don't know about the stone or the animals or the plants. They don't know. All they know is this cave, this compartment. As much as I don't like domesticated animals, they are enjoyable to look at. There's a cat next to where I work. It has great markings, beautiful camo, and I like looking at that cat. The game. Oh no, I'm sorry, the shadows. I almost skipped one here. So imagine that you are one of these prisoners. You cannot look at anything behind you or beside you. You must look at the wall in front of you, always. When people walk along the wall or walkway, you can see shadows of the objects they are carrying cast on the wall. If you've never seen the real objects before, you would believe that the shadows of the objects were real. The game. Plato suggests that the prisoners would begin a game of guessing which shadow would appear next. Kind of like us guessing which false flag would happen next, or what event would happen next, or what form of tyranny was going to happen next. It's exactly the same. If one of the prisoners were to correctly guess, the others would praise him as clever and say that he were a master of nature. And we see this on many videos some people do. Right? You know I'm right. Even some of the videos I've done. So, and Plato had it exactly right. The escape. One of the prisoners then escapes from their bindings and leaves the cave. He is shocked at the world he discovers outside the cave and does not believe it can be real. As he becomes used to this new world, he realizes that his former view of reality was wrong. Intellectually journeying where he discovers beauty and meaning. Oh, wait, I totally messed that one up. Let me do that one over. The escape. The prisoners, one of the prisoners then escapes from their bindings and leaves the cave. He is shocked at the world he discovers outside the cave and does not believe it can be real. As he becomes used to his new surroundings, he realizes that his former view of reality was wrong. He begins to understand his new world and sees that the sun is the source of life and goes on an intellectual journey where he discovers beauty and meaning. See, I almost skipped an entire sentence. He sees that his former life and the guessing game they played was useless. And this is true right here as well. The return. The prisoner returns to the cave to inform the other prisoners of his findings. They do not believe him and threaten to kill him if he tries to set them free. Yeah. And that's exactly what would happen to a person who has enough power to set everybody free. If they even tried, a lot of the people would want to kill them. I'll give you what they say is the meaning. The Allegory of the Cave by Plato should not be taken at face value. In essays and exams, however, is marking it expects you to have a deeper understanding of the meaning of the theory. You can then use these to think about criticisms and then to form your own opinion. But the thing is, if we're looking at this a certain way, it would certainly fit our current society. We're all in our own little caves, as I said before, compartmentalized. One group hates another for whatever reason. It could be because this group A are Christians and they don't believe in smoking cigarettes and drinking beer and partying and stuff like that, while group B, they go to work every day, they pay their taxes just like everybody else, but they like to get intoxicated and party. Group B doesn't like Group A because Group A doesn't like Group B. Group B doesn't really give a shit if they like drinking or don't like drinking, because Group B sees it like this. If you don't want to drink, then don't drink. But I want to drink, so I'm going to. So all of us people in the United States, and probably every other country out there, every other nation, city, they fit this. They fit this certainly. We play the game. We try to guess what egregious event is going to happen next and when. And we never do a damn thing to change it. And when somebody actually can change it, if this somebody should ever appear, or groups of people should ever appear to change it, the rest of the population would view them as terrorists, because they are in their own compartment, their own cave, looking at their own shadows, playing their own version of the guessing game. So their little meaning thing here was kind of bullshit. So I thought I would talk to you about this. It's a very good comparison. And we find ourselves in this exact same position right now, every day. And it's been this way for how long? How long have we sat and stared at the shadows, trying to guess what these shadows were? Generations and generations. And then we have this thing called scientific consensus and authoritative sources. Scientific consensus says that you driving your SUV is destroying the planet. Authoritative sources try to promote war and drive our countries into conflict, which even further pollutes the planet with depleted radium and other nasty fucking chemicals. But let's all stay in our caves. Let's all keep playing our guessing games, and let's do nothing, right? Anyway, again, I thought I would talk to you about this. I missed yesterday, so I thought I would throw in another video to make up for the minimum videos I would have done. So, there's that. And until next time, kill the state, live free.